Closer to a championship. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. You'll see Detroit taking on the Atlanta Hawks. You look at Atlanta. The good news is they'll enjoy home court advantage for this, the deciding game.
And this is the payoff for the work you put in during the regular season. Getting to play this deciding game in your own building. And these fans, I'm telling you, are ready to carry.
Man, and how fortunate are we to be a part of something like this? I mean, come on, this is playoff drama at its highest level. The way these two teams have battled, it just felt all along like this series was destined to go the distance.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Arthur. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. Jackson against Lowry. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Shot is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays. And if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lowry. McCollum's got his second bucket of the game to go. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. A bit ago, Stan Van Gundy and I were able to chat. Winning an elimination game on the road is one of the hardest tasks in the NBA, if not the hardest. But when I brought that up, he said, that's something for the fans to worry about. It's still a basketball game just like any other. It doesn't change what we need to do to be successful. Kevin, he's right on point.
Thank you, Doris. Count the bucket. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Drummond. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Drummond. Takes it from 10. Drummond with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
From the arc, another 3 for Atlanta.
Defensively, giving up far too many open.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Game 3 brings us our first change of scenery, but what hasn't changed are my colleagues. At home in any arena, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And our postseason coverage tonight is from Oklahoma City as the Thunder will be playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Checking out Atlanta, they weren't able to capitalize on their home court advantage in Game 2 and now look to get back on the winning track. We'll see how they do. These finals certainly have been full of surprises so far, but now this team finds themselves in a deep hole. Is this essentially as they say, must-win game, Shaq, to avoid going down 3-zip?
Well, of course, it's a must-win, Ernie. Teams don't usually come back.
A 2-0 start to the finals. Things could change direction here. In Game 3, 2K Sports brings you NBA playoff action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. We've got the Atlanta Hawks facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Their confidence peaking right now after winning the first 2 games on the road. They're right where they want to be.
And winning the first 2 games away from home has put them in an incredible advantage. They just need 2 more wins, and they'll be the NBA champs.
And guys, the fans know it. I mean, they can sense how close it is, and they're letting their guys hear it. I mean, it's going to be a tremendous atmosphere in here all game long. There's nothing quite like the NBA Finals.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Hawks, Dang out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Lowry. And it's McCollum in at the shooting guard. Here's Westbrook. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. There's a screen by Robinson. Outside Westbrook to the inside. Durant rejected by Nowitzki. And they're running. Dang for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Talk about a terrific stroke. I mean, the defense was hoping that a 3-ball that deep was not going in.
Yeah, but when a guy shoots it like he does, you have got to still be able to contest.
Now, here's Westbrook. There's a screen by Robinson. 5 to shoot. Westbrook dishes to Adams. Here's Durant. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Dang can't get it to go.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Here's Robinson. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Robinson's got his first basket of the night.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
From deep. And Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Atlanta. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Westbrook drives in. No good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Dang gets a wide open look. Here's McCollum. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Lowry from outside. Another 3 for Atlanta. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Robinson kicks to Adams. The wide open look for Durant. Wide open shot is on the money.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Nowitzki drives in. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Whiteside, good.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And here is Allen. Hassan Whiteside getting his 3 to go. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Adams. And it's Payne in for Tony Allen. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Whiteside.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Nowitzki for three. Another three for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And here's Cantor. Dirk Nowitzki getting his 3 to go.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Mitch McGary's checked in for Oklahoma City. Ross comes in for Kevin Durant. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
1:21 left in the first. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The 3 from Barnes. They get it back. Howard, the pass to Ibaka. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here's Stevenson, following the score by Oklahoma City. A 3-ball. A nice shot by Howard. Howard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Thunder trailing by 18. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Payne.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to our continuing coverage of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. We're here for pivotal Game 4 with the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson, and let's get started. And our postseason coverage tonight is from Oklahoma City as the Thunder will be playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Checking out Atlanta, they stole Game 3 here on the road. A chance to do it again tonight. They're looking to get greedy here and really go in for the kill. You know, even though they trailed 2-1 in the series, if they take Game 4 here on the road, Kenny, do you think that they recapture the momentum, if there is such a thing?
I mean, they can capture the momentum, but, you know, their attitude needs to be just one game at a time. Don't rush. Try to get this win, and then that does give them home court advantage, and that's a big factor.
Ernie, momentum, schmomentum, it's not much of a factor, especially if you're trying to protect the home court. But
And here we go with Game 4 of the NBA Finals. We will see a Game 5, but will we see Game 6? That's the question. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the Atlanta Hawks facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. And got what's your take right now on this Oklahoma City team?
Yeah, this one's huge, guys. I mean, every game in the playoffs is big, but this one just feels bigger from an emotional standpoint. You get the victory, you go up 3-1, and you have a virtual stranglehold on this series.
Yeah, it's amazing how a game in a series can change things drastically. I mean, they can't afford to lose this one. Not here at home, because it completely could change the way the series looks. They did so well to swipe home court advantage. Boy, they don't want to give it back now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Lowry out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Dang. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, down low.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Nowitzki gets a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Westbrook with it. Lowry picks him up. Back to Durant. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Dang for 3, and he gets it to go. Dang's got 6 points.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Westbrook kicks to Robinson. Durant for 3. Can't hit. And Atlanta will come the other way. It came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
Nowitzki, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and